The night of the auction, I had registered, I'd pre-registered to bid online whenever I saw the coverage that Brian was donating these guitars, and there was one signed by Slash, who I'm a big fan of. So the night of the auction, I was online for the whole evening. The guitar was one of the last items, so I was getting pretty nervous as it came up. Had a budget of £700 and somehow just got caught in the moment and ended up paying 2,500, but I knew that I wanted it and I knew the money was going to a great cause, so I was able to justify the spend. It was always for the guitar, but I suppose I would have had to, the senses would have had to kick in at some point before I got to 2,500. If it hadn't have been for charity, I would have had to have a word with myself and say, no, it's getting a bit too much. So I guess once it started to go maybe above 1,500, then that's when I said, okay, it's for the guitar, but the money's going to a good cause, and just thinking about how the money was going to be used. I was able to justify. I understand the organisation and the work that's done by the organisation. Fortunately, I haven't had any direct experience with the hospice, but always in my mind that one day I could. And I just think the work that's done here is incredible, and it's a cause that I would wholeheartedly support.
Whenever I was approached by the hospice to auction these assets off, it was a great opportunity for us to reach out to the community and help the hospice for such a good cause. The guitars, there's a lot of provenance behind the guitars, and there was guitars signed by artists that were going to attract a lot of attention, a lot of people to our auction, and we, with that, hope to raise as much money as we could for the hospice. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody, once we knew that we were going to be selling them, and the date and when we were going to be selling them, everybody got involved, and the staff started to get involved too, and started to see such an interesting story behind it, because it wasn't just a guitar being sold or a number of guitars, it was the provenance behind the guitars, why they were being sold, and ultimately where the proceeds of the auction were going to go to, and what that was going to mean to the hospice. There wasn't a doubt in anyone's mind that we were when we were going to do it, and we were absolutely delighted to be able to work on behalf of the hospice in conjunction with this, and it's a great chance for Wilson's Auctions to reach out to the community to show that we're actually going to donate our costs and our fees towards such a good cause.